Hello. Today we're going to be talking about social media, and I know that I'm not a social media expert, but I've really tried to take some tips from Jeffrey Combs, Alexis Romana, Zach and Eden, and a lot of the other leading people in Isogenics and Facebook, and hopefully this helps you to get started on your path to social media and to Facebook. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to flip over to the slides and talk about lead generation and social media. So you need to have 4 to 5 sources to really be working in your Isogenics business and through social media. So there's Facebook, there's networking groups on social media, there's Twitter, LinkedIn, there's using sales funnels. I mean, there's a lot out there, but those are really the main ones. And if we really check out some amazing stats, I mean, look at all the people using Facebook. It's just amazing to me. And what's amazing when we look at these stats is, you know, how many people are using mobile phones as well, and why it's so important to be tapping into the mobile users, because that's really the way of the future, is we just check everything on our mobile phone. We're not doing so much as we were before of getting to that main computer in the house to check our email to do our other things. So with all of these, you know, people on social media, this is definitely an area that we want to tap into and utilize to make sure we're really getting our message out there. So here's some tips. On Facebook, we definitely want to brand ourselves. So what do I mean by that? I mean, you've got to create some interest and some stories, some curiosity. You've got to really build a little bit of a vision for people, and that's through your life. So you can have a brand that is maybe all product related, or a mom brand, or a dog breeder brand, or a young person brand, or a health professional brand, but you need to have some sort of brand, okay? And it's going to really drive your posts. It's going to create this entity in its own, so that people feel like they know you, trust you, like you, because of this brand and the sharing of yourself. Now, one thing I want to talk about, because this is something that I do hear a lot, is that people don't want to get onto Facebook. They don't want to get on Facebook because they don't want to share their life, and they don't want their personal to become public. So when I say that, I say, you know, one, if you want to build a massive business in network marketing, you're going to need to get a Facebook page. There's nothing, you know, that I could say around that. For one, there's a lot of great resources and community on Facebook that you're going to want to tap into. And number two, it's a great lead generation. And number three, it's a great leadership tool to allow you to really connect with your team. So you're really going to want to think that. And do you need to post the most private pictures? No. Do you need to put everything about your whole life on Facebook? No. But you know what? Maybe you have a more official brand then, one that really talks about myths about health, or, you know, something from a accountant's view or from another view, and you just post about that. It doesn't have to be everything about your personal life. Now, you do want to have some personal stuff in there, or people will just think it's some animated machine, but you do want to create one. Because the whole thing you're trying to do is curate this vision, this idea, and so it needs to be consistent. You know, posting before and after pictures is great. Recognition is great. And of course, we don't want to mention Isogenics. You know, nobody wants to read a whole news feed that's full of the same company's information over and over and over and over again. And certainly, you don't want people to just Google Isogenics and then enroll wherever and not have the support from you that you really want to give them. So it's important that we just talk about it in a roundabout way, that we really don't say isogenics, we say nutritional cleansing, or we say the nutritional company, or we just throw the before and afters up, or we just say, look what happened to my friend. So that is one of the biggest tips that I really need to stress, that I have learned from a lot of these experts. Also, to post 3 times a day. So that's early in the morning, 7:30 to 9, that lunchtime kick around 12:30, that afternoon, after work almost, winding down the day, and then, of course, after 9 o'clock at night. We want to make sure we're giving value with our posts, because we want, first of all, people to be coming back. 2, we want people to comment on it and to have some sort of interaction. And 3, we want to keep it in the news feed. So we've got to give information that's valuable. And in order to do this, we probably have to map it out. And so things we can use are things like Post Planner. Post Planner allows you to time your posts. So you could spend half an hour on a Sunday really putting all of your posts in for the week, and they will just automatically go out instead of you being on Facebook 21 plus times a week. And in creating this value, you can also think of theme days. Maybe Monday is a certain type of day, Tuesday is Wednesdays, and you can really build from there. Again, timing's crucial, so those 3 times, in the morning, lunch, afternoon, and evening. We've got to post at least 3 times. What catches people's attention? Lifestyle, right? So that's why pictures are important. We're all nosy newts, we want to see what other people are doing, and that includes pictures, right? Do they, again, need to be the most intimate picture of your life? No, but we do want to include pictures. We want to really demonstrate the good life. Why are we doing this? What's the purpose of all of this? Pets and kids, that's definitely something that really gets a lot of attention. So, really posting pictures with that in is great. Join groups that have similar interests in you and start to build relationships and share your lifestyle with them. And no negative Nellies, people. We don't want to post negative things. We don't want to do political rants, share our views like that, really out there comments. No, we want to attract people, not hurt people and, turn people off. And being negative is one of the easiest ways we could turn people off. Nobody wants to hear about your bad day. It's bad enough when they have a bad day. They don't need to hear about someone else's. So let's keep it positive, people, and exciting and with lots of value. Now, when somebody comments on your post, you don't want to keep going in the news feed. You want to take it offline and you want to inbox them. And it's not a lengthy message, just an opportunity to set up an appointment to talk on the phone, because we want to take this offline. Another way we can use Facebook is to support each other. And I think this is a great way to use Facebook. So say, for example, I'm planning to post something on Facebook. Then what I could do is I could call 5 or 6 people in my team and strategically throughout the day have them comment on that post. And what that does is it causes interaction between the posts, and it also causes that post to stay in the news feed. And so why is that important? It's important because if it stays in the news feed, it's more likely to be seen. So think about in your team, who in your team can you work within this environment with? Who can you say, okay, let's all post on each other's posts, let's all comment, let's really keep it in the news feed, and let's drive interaction into it. Now, one way that you can do it, and a lot of this now comes from Zach and Eden, is I'm so excited. After reading about so many amazing results, I'm ready to get started. Who wants to come with me? And again, when the person responds, you're not going to go through it. You're just going to go into the inbox and say, great, send me a number. I'm new to this. I'd love to get you on a call with my sponsor or someone who knows a little bit more so that they can get your particular questions answered, get you on the right path for success, and really to help you get going. So what number can I call you at? And when you're posting these things about what you're doing, who you're doing it with, when you're posting pictures of people, kids, pets, whatever, let's remember that once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. You can't take it away. So keep it clean, and remember, would you want this on the cover of the New York Times? If you don't want it on the cover of the New York Times, you better not be putting it on Facebook. LinkedIn is another tool that people can use in social media. It's a real professional connection, and people are really used to doing business on LinkedIn, so that's not an issue. But you're going to need to be on there, and you're going to need to build a presence in there. One way to use LinkedIn really effectively is to ask people to help out with a project. So it's easy to post in there or to message people and say, look, I'm working on a project and I'd love for to share it with you and for some help if you're open to that. And that's a great way to share what you're doing and to also look for referrals. So LinkedIn can be a great tool for building some referrals that can lead to some great business. Sonia Stringer's Gems. Sonia Stringer, of course, is Pamela Barnum's coach. And a few little tips that I loved from her is to always make it about them. I mean, this is really, really important, right? So you'll love my products because they will help you blank, blank, blank. If you were to join this business, here is what I could do for you. If you were to host a launch party, here's how you will benefit. If you were to attend this opportunity meeting, here's what you will learn. People love to hear things about themselves, right? My business opportunity can help you, right? So get to the feeling and always really make it about them. We want to lead with the vision, right? Saying something like, my product can help you lose weight, that's boring. Something better might be, my product can help you lose weight so you'll totally feel confident and sexy in your bikini this summer. Or about money, right? Boring might be something like, you can make more money. But better is, this business can help you stay home with your kids so you don't have to feel guilty about someone else being with them all day. So it's about leading with the vision. Okay. Make the benefits juicy. Really share what's so, exciting about it. And then match your message to your market. So don't be talking about, something that's not specific and relevant to the audience, right? Because when it is specific and when it is relevant to the audience, you're going to have more influence with them. Testimonials are a great way to use social media as well. And one testimonial is worth 100 sales pitches. And Isagenix has some that you can use. So you can go in and just copy and paste them into your Facebook. You can also use, emails, texts, pictures, things that people on your team have sent you. Video some testimonials. Really get to the root of how did it change their life. Now, Zach and Eden, they have a great method for using Facebook. You can go into www.oureasytraining.com. So that's OUREZ training, TRAINING.com. And they have the protocol right up there. But it's really, again, about talking to them, sharing it, creating that curiosity, putting it into the inbox, and then getting the three-way call. And they've used words and sentences that work very effectively. So quite honestly, I would just copy and paste it in and utilize it that way. Remember that with prospecting, it's about being consistent, being persistent, and excuse me, having action with urgency. So make sure you're really keeping that in mind when you are using this social media, is that you have to be consistent, you have to be persistent, and you have to have a call to action. You have to have a call to action. If people don't know what to do, they won't do it. So hopefully that helps you in your social media endeavors. I know that for me, social media is something that I've really had to learn and become more comfortable with as well over the last number of years, but have gotten some fantastic leads off Facebook. One of the leads that I got the most traction on was just saying, hey, I'm looking for 10 people to partner with to help create a six-figure income. And is that sound like you? And that got some good feed. I also did some feed about the Hot Mass Express. I just said, who's all aboard the Hot Mass Express? And I had people comment, what is that? What's going on with that? So creating the curiosity is really the key points to, building your business with Facebook. So I look forward to any tips, any ideas, anything that's working with other people on Facebook. And don't forget, share with us on ISAPower in our Facebook group. And let's all work together to share what's working for you on Facebook so we can all benefit. We'll talk to you all soon.